Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So I want to throw some facts at you today, okay? Because the average millionaire is 57 years old. The top 100 richest people made their first million at 37 years old. And Jubilee happened to find millionaires who became millionaires as teenagers. And they had this whole video going through whether or not anyone could be a millionaire. And I gotta say, a lot of it's a dumpster fire. So with that said, I want to comment on it. As soon as you hit the like button and subscribe would help out the channel tremendously. And now with that said, let's begin.
Anyone can make themselves a millionaire.
How are people going to, in a third world country, make money to be a millionaire?
Then maybe the way to become a millionaire from one of those countries is get out of the country.
You can't just get out of the country. I'm somebody.
Oh man, see, this is what I'm telling you, okay? It's funny getting to perspectives of someone who's like, you know, who became a millionaire as a teenager. I'm guessing everyone in this video is probably under the age of like 20, 22. I recognize my fam, she's fantastic. The other ones, I don't know. But this one guy's like,
oh, if you don't like the country, just leave the country. If you don't like what you're doing, do something different.
Like, I get what he's going for here, but like, if you're living in a developing country where your family makes like a few dollars a month, yeah, it's not so easy just to be like, hey, family, I'm just gonna pick up and move to America. See ya.
I would only date a millionaire. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, the guy, man, he is an outlier. Why though? I don't get it. To me, it makes no difference whatsoever if I were to date someone who's rich or poor. Just like, it's never something that has even crossed my mind. I think, you know what, as long as they're into whatever they're doing and they're happy, that makes so much more of a difference to me than how much money they make. So I think it's like, are they a positive person? Are they passionate about something? Do they lift you up? Or, you know, there's so much more that goes into it than just the money aspect.
For example, if a girl knows how to get into my car, like my Lamborghini, like you have to like specifically know how to open the door. I specifically let them figure it out. If they figure it out, that's the last date. Seriously? That's the last date we're going on.
What? What is this guy spewing this nonsense? It seems like he wants to be the one to, like, you know, open their eyes and like,
Oh, I'm gonna find someone who's poor and then make them struggle to get into my Lamborghini. And if they struggle enough, I'll allow them to ride with me.
it's like, what an awful, just weird take. Could people just not call this out? I get the aspect of like, okay, cool, you have some enjoyment for like, oh, cool, we could experience these things together, and I see the enjoyment from you never having done this before, but I could relive my first experiences through that other person. But like, his take is weird, okay? Let's call it for what it is.
If he doesn't have a lot of money, you know what, that's fine. I don't know if men really are comfortable with that, to be completely honest. From my personal experience, they're not. They want to be the ones providing, which kind of sucks, but you know, personality and morals and like their mindset is way more important than money.
See, I think she has a good take on it. Like, logistically, at a certain point, it's like, if you have enough, the other spouse bringing in extra money isn't really gonna add much to the pot. You know, if you get what I'm saying here, it's like she wants other things in her relationship besides just like a dual income because she's making enough. I do feel though, the stereotype of people being intimidated by that, there's probably a bit of truth to that. So she might have harder dating prospects if she's dating someone with less, only because maybe they feel self-conscious about it. From her perspective, I don't think she has got any issues at all.
But if I'm gonna be a millionaire or multimillionaire or whatever it is, I at least wanna be the person that encourages you to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the sweetest man ever, but if we go out and I'm paying for everything and I'm doing everything, it's too much.
Yeah, it sounds like she was just dating the wrong people though. It sounds like she's dating these guys who are just like, hey, because you make all the money, I want you to pay for it. You should pay for it because you could afford it. And like she's doing like, she's sugar babying these guys. It's like, I think she's just dating the wrong type of crowd. That's my opinion.
It's common. Girls will only come to you because you have the Lambo and they don't care about you, you know? So that's what I was kind of going at. I like a girl who just doesn't care about money at all.
I like a girl who doesn't even know what a Lamborghini is. She just likes the horsepower and the speed and the looks of it. I want a girl who doesn't even know where the engine is. Maybe she thinks the engine's in the front. That's my type of chick.
When I've met guys and they know like what I do, we'll go out and I'm like, okay, we're going out to dinner, you know, I look nice, everything, and then they're like, so do you know if you could teach me how to trade? And I'm like, okay. And it's just like dread the
There's
rest
no
of the
way
night.
that's happening.
No. See, I told you she's dating the wrong people. That's what it is. If anything, I think it's good that they're familiar with each other because it weeds them out. It's like, if someone knows who she is, I don't know who she is. If someone knows who she is, they're probably going to be into the same sort of things. They're going to have so much to talk about. Maybe not like, can you teach me how to trade? But I think that's, she's got to get better at screening the dates. That's all it is.
It is easier to make money if you're white. 3, 2, 1, go.
Interesting, the divergence. We have the white people on the left who disagree, and then the non-white people on the right who agree that it would be easier. And very interesting to see the opinion shift here.
White people are taken as more serious because of the stereotypes that have been put on people of color. I agree with that statement, not saying that people of color cannot be successful, but just saying that it's more likely for someone who is white to have better opportunities than someone who isn't.
Yeah, you know what? She's made some pretty good points there. I think it might be, depending on your circumstances, it could be an advantage or a disadvantage. But I would say, yeah, overall, depending on the country, yeah, I think she makes some solid points there.
I mean, she changed my mind a little bit because I feel like I was a little bit too harsh because you did make like a really good point. But I think in my firsthand experience, just the people I've been around, a lot of them are not white and they are successful. So that's why I was like all the way to the right.
Yeah, the internet, I think, has really leveled the playing field for a lot of people. To be able to make money anywhere in the world, as long as you have access to an internet connection, the options are there, the possibilities are there without being face to face, without anyone knowing your race, religion, skin, like nothing. So I think we're moving in a direction where it's probably going to be a lot more equal in the future.
I started programming at the age of 9. At 11, I started freelancing. I got my first contract with a local salon to build their website. And then at 14 is when I got my first large contract with a Fortune 500 company. At 15, I dropped out of high school to pursue my agency full time.
Oh, this guy, I like this guy a lot. He seems like he's smart, he's well-spoken, very intelligent. I'm excited to see what he has to say.
I started out on reality TV on the show Toddlers and Tiaras. I was 6 years old when I was named one of the youngest self-made millionaires, and I really loved fashion, so I created my first brand, which was a suit and blazer line, sold that to JCPenney for private labeling.
There we go. See, she's able to take the reality TV thing and build that and branch that off into a business. For her being 16 and doing all of this is wildly impressive. Most 16-year-olds are just excited about getting their driver's permit, you know? She's out here making millions.
I have flaunted my wealth.
I was bullied as a kid, so flaunting my wealth was kind of my way of saying, hey, I made it.
If I want to post my nice car, I'm going to post my nice car because I made the money to buy that. It's not flaunting, it's, you know.
You're proud.
Yeah, I'm proud of it, exactly.
But who are you showing it to? It's a bunch of internet strangers. I feel like there's a difference if you're like just showing your life versus like, hey, look at this. There's a bit of a difference between the two. There's some nuance there. But yeah, I've always kind of felt uncomfortable with like showing off too much or flashing too much. Especially me. Like I'm the one who says like, don't spend the money. Go and save it instead. Don't, you know, just invest. It's hard to flaunt really like, ooh, I just bought some index funds today. It's not that exciting.
I definitely remember when I first started making a little bit of money, I would have those little corny Instagram flexes on your story. I won't lie.
Like the
Was like the
little
watch?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was
Like,
like
watch on the steering wheel.
Oh man, the watch and the steering wheel, that's the cringiest stuff you could ever do. Oh, I remember seeing this post back in like 2014 and 15 and thinking, man, what? It's just thinking it's a joke. Like if people post that picture, I automatically take them less seriously. I think it's just so what's the word? Not unclassy, but like just very unsophisticated to do stuff like that.
I've just been doing YouTube for a very, very, very long time, but I feel like when I was younger and I wasn't making that much money, I learned how to budget my money a lot. So honestly, what drives me to do what I do every single day is just to be able to provide for the people around me and to be able to inspire as many creatives as I possibly can.
Mine's amazing. We did a podcast with her for the Iced Coffee Hour. I'll link to it down below in the description, where you could also get some free stocks if you guys are interested. That could be worth all the way up to a few $1,000s for a few minutes of your time. But anyway, I'll link to her podcast. It's worth a watch because she is so smart in what she does. I'm a big fan.
We should do a group trip to St. Bart's.
No, like please.
We should actually.
Can we
that'd be
please do a group trip, y'all?
You're paying, right?
Of course. Liz, are you free next week? We're all going to St. Bart's. We'd love for you to come.
All right, let's get serious, guys.
This
What do you
trip's
mean?
gonna
We are
miss out the
serious.
group chat, y'all.
No, we're being serious.
I miss the excitement of being young again. Be like, yo, let's go to St. Bart's. I don't even know where that is. Let's go. Really? You in? Oh man, like I don't get that excited anymore. I get an Amazon delivery early. That's my level of excitement. I'm like, oh man, I just ordered it a few hours ago and it's already at the front door. That's cool. That's what I'm excited about now.
I would be a different person if I didn't have this money.
Having money has boosted my confidence so much, just in a way where I have a nose job, so I was able to do that. And I used to look in the mirror every single day and just cry and cry and cry because I thought I was so ugly.
Did she? I didn't notice. I guess so. Wow. It's very subtle. Didn't even recognize it until she mentioned it. But yeah, you know what? It's good. I guess if you were to get plastic surgery, it's like not that noticeable. Like it's very subtle, it's very natural looking. I feel like that's, I don't want to advocate, hey guys, go and fix whatever you want to. But I'm just saying, if it's natural looking, like I didn't notice. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Right now, my best friends in high school are like cracking like 100 beers a day and like posting on their Snapchat story. It's like, I would be with them right now. So I would 100% not be the same person. Now I'm doing different things.
It's probably just amplifying whoever you really are. That's the way I kind of see it. It's like, hey, if you're a happy person, you'll probably be even happier. If you're a sad person, you're probably going to be even sadder. So I think there's that saying that goes, no matter where you go, there you are. I think that applies to money too.
So I started making money at the age of 8 from acting and modeling. Then I started making more money at the age of 10 from YouTube. By the age of 18, I became a millionaire through YouTube AdSense, sponsorships, my brand.
There we go. We got some of the YouTube money. It's incredible how early people get started on YouTube. Like, I got started late. I was 26 years old. And now I'm like the grandpa of YouTube. I'm 33 and I'm so old. Every single time I go to a YouTube event, everyone is like 20 to 23-ish, I feel like. Or even like 18 to 23. And I'm the old one. It's weird going into a room like that.
I am lonely.
It's hard to find like-minded 18, 19, and 20
Right.
year olds.
And actually, I was gonna say, being in this room right now, that completely, I was like,
That's like the
you know
first
what?
time I don't feel lonely. Like,
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking back to like when I was that. Now it's like I don't feel lonely at all. But I'm thinking back then, that's a tough age to be. Because I remember like between the ages of 18 and 24, all of my friends, and most people my own age, just wanted to go and party. They wanted to go and get drunk. And I was just like, I just wanted to work. So finding like-minded people at that age was really, really, really difficult. It wasn't until I was like 26-ish, 27, did I meet like really great groups of people who were into the same things as I was. And it really balanced out. But yeah, the early 20s, now that I'm thinking about it, that was a lonely time. It's just hard to find people that you relate to.
all my friends are 24, 25, 26.
Yeah,
27.
Same! Oh my god.
They're all about to
Old
have like kids. And
My
I'm
friends
like,
are getting married.
Yeah,
Same.
you know?
I'm like, what the?
Oh, jeez. Old enough to have kids, 26 years old. Jeez. How do I feel now?
Do you guys think you had a childhood?
No.
yeah.
Would you trade your money for your childhood?
No.
I've thought about it.
Everyone's like, no, hell no. Absolutely not. I'd rather have the money. You're still so young, though. That's the thing. They don't realize it. They're like, oh, I didn't have a childhood. But jeez, like, man, your 20s go by so fast. You don't realize it until you're older. And then you realize just how young you really were. I'm sure people look at me and like, oh, you're so young, 33. And, it's probably true. But man, it's especially true when you're 20.
Anyone can make themselves a millionaire. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I would be, in the somewhat agree to agree category. Because yes, there are going to be certain things that hold them back that are going to make it that much tougher. I wouldn't say it's impossible, like it could never happen, but I think if you have internet access, you have the capacity to learn, and you have some of the spare time to be able to dedicate yourself to it, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to accomplish something. Because otherwise, it's just like you're going to let everything else influence you, and I feel like why focus on that? At least have a goal and work towards it.
I feel like it is possible, but depending on your circumstance, it could be exponentially harder, right? If you're like someone from like Ethiopia who has no internet access, for instance, then of course it's gonna be so much harder, but it's still possible.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of makes the same point that I have, is that, yeah, it's possible. It'll be really hard though, but it's doable. There are exceptions to pretty much every rule out there. But yeah, it'll be difficult.
I just recently took a trip back to Vietnam, and my parents immigrated from there, and I think I just realized that you guys are talking about these online services make money, but a lot of places don't even have banks. They run on cash.
See, I worry that when people see someone who disagrees and says, oh, not everyone could be a millionaire, then I worry people then make the excuse of like, oh, well, then I shouldn't even try. I think even going and trying and having that belief in yourself is so important that if that's your goal, you shouldn't let anyone else dissuade you from that.
Whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm very open and knowledgeable to the fact that where we are at and the fact that we are teen millionaires, and that's a title because it's so rare, just goes to show the fact that it's vastly, vastly impossible for many people.
You know what? This is a great video. I really want to see Jubilee do the video self-made versus trust fund millionaires. Do they think the same? I want to see something like that. So Jubilee, please put that together. Let me know what you guys think, by the way, down below in the comments section. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Feel free to add me both on Snapchat and Instagram. Enjoy. Thank you so much, and until next time.